going on, everybody? That was your alert telling you that the chat is live. So, wait for some people to get in here. I don't know if anybody will be awake. Dee and I are out here on the Ohio River, right around the Cincinnati area. We're actually just northwise on the river. So, we actually already caught two. We got snagged up, was reeling them in, was going to reset a little bit further out the center of the channel, but got started reeling them in and pulled in about a 6-7 pound flathead. And then we just hooked into about a 5-pound blue and got him in. But let's see if we can get any on live stream today. We're pulling six behind us. We got 4 on planer boards, 2 straight out the back, 2 on the D side, and 1 on the Chad side that are suspended. So, what we can come up with here. Also very nice. The boat ramp was empty this morning. Yeah, big old yacht came through. Put that one underneath you. Or in the ice bucket, whichever one's easier. Can you see the chat? No. Not saying there's anybody in there. Oh, really? Yeah. I wonder what's up with that. Oh, wow. Well, good morning. Yeah, no, for some reason, I'm not seeing any comments yet.
Because they weren't talking to you, they were talking to me.
Oh, okay. What's going on, Jim Catman Clark, Michael Kuehler, Brandon, James Dockery, Tim Molina, Reese Howard. That's a new name. Seen that one. Morning, Squirrels friends. Oh, it's the Chunky. What's going on, my friend? Michael Murillo, Ace. Oh yeah, they've been chatting for a minute. Yeah, there's not a single comment coming up on StreamYard right now. I have no idea. DMV, what's up? You still haven't given James Dockery, a wrench back on my channel. I can't believe that. Keep track of that. Yeah. So made D mad at me already. Got us snagged up, and as we were reeling in, this rod right here started tapping, and I was like, okay. And sure enough, it was probably about 6-7 pound little shovel head for Betty Jean. I call him that too, dear. So, but yeah, then we reset and we moved out probably about 30 more yards into the main river channel here. We're like dead center of the river right now. So
We got a Rex Plucker and
what's up, Rex? I wonder why.
Chester Wyatt. I can almost see my phone. The Chesapeake Bay.
I don't know why. And then sometimes there's a delay, but not normally this bad.
And Mark's in the house.
Is that catfishing crappie guy? You know he likes to talk a lot of crappie.
Well, if he's talking to you, you're probably talking it back.
That is true. Let's take a look around here. Yeah.
You're frozen, to Melina said.
Oh no, not frozen.
Let it go.
I was gonna say, the cold never bothered me anyway. But yeah, we got a little suspended going on over here. We got 2 planer boards out this side. So we got 6 in the back. These are our long rods that are way out that way. Got our 2 more planer boards over there with a nice gentleman fishing as well. And then we got 2 suspended rods, including the D's little liquid sticks. What's up, babe?
Hey.
It was probably my fault. Anyway. A little bit. 36 feet. Also figured we'd get out here. D hasn't fished this area yet, so this is one of the areas we thought about maybe for the couples showdown when we beat, James Dockery and Palmetto and Lyle, James Smith, Cody, all those guys. A&B, Pops.
Reese said, great setup.
Thank you. Yeah, I took this little, it's a 17 and I think it's a 17 and a half foot Tracker Protein 175. So it's a very shallow boat. It's only got a 60 horsepower engine on it, but I've really put in quite a bit to it. I upgraded the trolling motor, built my rod rack. I've installed lights, all my rod holders, my bait tray.
And Chunky and Chesapeake say, nice hat. I know they're talking about mine because it's like the best hat there is.
Yeah, about that. It is pretty nice. Yeah, this B&M hat, I found it the other day. It was actually given to me by a buddy of mine. He was doing a seminar at the Cincinnati Fishing Expo this year, and I helped him out, and he gave me a B&M hat. He's sponsored by them, so they gave him some hats and stuff, and he gave me one. I picked the pretty one, by the way. I know Palmetto would be like drooling over this hat right now with all that beautiful greenness.
Tyler's in the house. And
Tyler Cologne?
Yep. Bass Basser?
VA Basser?
Yeah.
See? I know my people. They're beautiful. Except for Dockery. He's kind of ugly.
What kind of bait we using?
We have Old Chad, It's been on ice, buried in ice for about almost a week now. I have no room in my house because I need to get a new deep freeze. So we have kept it on ice, but so far so good. It wasn't mushy or stinky or anything like that. No more stinky than it normally is. And then we have a few skipjack that we got. Stopped and got the store this morning on our way here, which so far both of the fish that we caught were on the skipjack cut bait.
And I'm going to ignore Michael Murillo's comment because he thinks Dockery's going to win.
What? Michael Murillo, come on. Michael Murillo must want something from Dockery. That's what it is. You ain't getting that bait cooler. So I don't know how many of you guys actually fish from a boat. One thing though you want to keep in mind, just a little educational moment here. When you are suspend drifting, when you have bait suspended off the side of your boat, it is very important to keep a good track of the depth, because you may hit holes where you threw it out, you drop them down about 30 feet. What we do is I use Kentucky rigs, so I've got 2 hooks and then a big sinker on the bottom, keeps it kind of straight down. Drop them as soon as you feel them hit the bottom, close that, and I give them two cranks, and put them in the rod holders. So if you're at 30 feet and then you drop to say 35, 40 feet, remember that bait's now 10 feet up off the bottom, 5, 10, 15, depending on how far you fall. So that's one thing about suspending, is making sure you're keeping up with the level changes of the river that you're in or the lake or whatever. Max, I try to keep them around 3 cranks at the most, but typically around 2. So you want to crank them up, let them down as needed.
And welcome to Chris and
Stegman?
Yep.
What's up, Chris?
Real Time Fishing.
What's up, Real Time? It's actually warmed up pretty quick out here. It was 45 when we left the house. I have no idea what the temperature is right now, but it feels pretty good in the sun.
Chunky's got jokes this morning. Has Dockery caught a fish this year?
Katie has. I don't know about Dockery. I think Dockery's more of a photography kind of guy.
Dockery says he has, but I don't think bait counts.
Oh, smack.
Jason Blackburn's in the house.
What's up, Jason?
And catfish headhunters.
Norm. Norm had a heck of a weekend.
Heck yeah.
Oh, it's the Cincinnati cycle boat. So this is it's like a big pontoon where people are actually cycling up and down the river. Hopefully right now they're turning straight towards us. Please turn the other way. That'd be great. We're 33.
Yeah, these guys in the morning, and they're talking about they've been drinking.
Well, let's pick out this one a bit.
Chester.
So yeah, right now
Wyatt.
this boat is. I'm sorry. Who?
Chester Wyatt.
Hey, Chester.
And so this fishing and gear.
What's up, fishing gear? So we gotta literally this boat does. I'm gonna try to turn it so you guys can see a little bit. They got this big old paddle on the back end. Can you see it in here? Can't see.
I don't.
You should be able to see it here in a second. So what they'll do right now, they got the motor going, but they will literally put that down in there, turn the motor off, and they will exercise and paddle up and down the river. I don't think so. I've got to paddle up the river or down the river. It's because something's happened to my motor and I got to, or better, I ran out of juice. So the stretch that we're fishing, though, I really wanted to be more on that side of the river, but we were running into several snags. I know up this way it gets better, but there's a bend that comes around here, so I'm actually kind of still, like I said, right in the center of the channel or of the river. So, woo!
Setting hooks and half crazy. Good morning.
What's going on, setting hooks? Half crazy.
Dockery has caught some cats this year, and also has a kick butt bait cooler.
That he does. Or should we say, Katie has a very cool bait cooler.
Good morning, Lyle.
Lyle's awake this early?
It's 10.
Was it about 10 last time when we went live? I can't remember. When he was like, "You guys went live too early. I'm not awake yet." Hope you had a good time at your grandson's birthday party yesterday.
Dockery says, no, she does not.
I bet if I message her, she'll let me know that it is indeed hers. There, here comes some waves.
Fishing in gear once you're a B&M hat.
It is pretty sharp. Yeah, I was telling Dockery and Mark before I went live that flathead that I caught had a hook still in it from somebody else's catch, and it was almost down in the gut. It was just above the esophagus, I guess you would call it. But it also had the line. It was actually kind of growing, kind of into the side of the eye. It was pushing it back, and it had a chubby knocker and a reverse rattle and all that kind of stuff still in it on the outside of it. So I fixed that fish up a little bit. This chubby knocker actually, I thought that was the eye popping out. Let me see if I can get it over here. It's actually two little muscles inside that eye. Yeah, it's been in there for a little while. So I took all that out before I put him back in the water. But I got a free chubby knocker.
Good morning, LG Bass.
OG Bass, what's up, buddy? Point. Turn a little bit. Here comes the wave. Dootin' doo. Elstan, you got my text messages back, right?
He said no, he deleted your number.
Oh, he wouldn't. Why this things go backwards? StreamYards is backwards.
Good morning, Mo.
Mo Homestead. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd catch anything down through this way. I fished it a couple times. I know on the other side I've done pretty well a couple times that I've fished it, but on up is where really had a lot of good luck. Up by that nice bridge. Chum.
Jason says he's gonna have to step up his game next time he takes Norm out.
Yeah, Norm. I seen Norm. I guess won the weekend tournament thing they were doing with each other up there. He got him a muddy river catfishing rod. There we go.
Actually, we don't have any snacks on the boat. I think Chad's got chips in here from who knows when, and
These are from last weekend.
they haven't been closed,
Hold
so
on,
they're probably stale.
Let me check the crunch. They're only partially stale.
We got Gatorade, Mountain Dew, and Coke for beverages.
And water.
Yeah.
Compared to much water. Of course, we go live, and Doc rejoins in, and the fish got scared and didn't want to start biting. We'll blame him. We'll do for everything else.
I don't know how long we'll stay live, Mo. Depends if we start getting some bites. We don't want to bore y'all to death.
I'll bore you to death. Yeah, we might stay alive an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. Heck, we might go live now and go live again later. Who knows? We're crazy like that. Half crazies in chat, full crazies right here.
Michael Murillo is fancy. He's going to a Sunday brunch.
Ooh, fancy. Michael fancies him a Sunday brunch. Ugh. One chip and I feel like my teeth. should have stayed on that other side and go around the corner.
But thanks for stopping by, Chris. He said hi. He's got to jump out. He's getting
Yep.
ready to go to church.
Have a good one. Catch you guys later. If you're coming in and out, feel free. We just thought we'd be nice and let you see our pretty faces, mostly mine, because he likes to sit on the other side of the boat.
Jason said if he thought we were boring, they wouldn't have subscribed.
Yeah, that's true. It must be my charm.
On River Boys is in.
Is that pond?
Fish at.
In the water somewhere.
Could you find them?
I'm trying to find them. Hey, I've already found two. I can't help you. Haven't found anything yet.
Yeah.
I think yours are walking on the rock. Oh.
We'll replace that. Noise.
Yeah. It still works. Just other than that, that on bait clicker won't stop staying engaged. What?
And Chad, the only reason you got that flathead today was D, so shut it. Bet you can't guess who said that.
Oh. Gee, I wonder. Yeah, right over here in front of this little campground, that boat, there's a boat right there. There is a nice fishy snag right there. Very nice for suspending over. Do. Where that? What's everybody else got going on today?
You see chat yet?
I still never saw it. Saw a chat. And no idea what's going on. We have good service, it says, so.
Chad, my
What?
screen is cracked. Put a pretty face on screen. Swap with D. Yep, that's much better because I'm barely in it.
Better?
Yeah, for them, not for me. I'm more of a behind the scenes kind of person.
There. I gave you guys a glimpse.
Oh, they said they all paused the video now.
Jerks. All right, come on. Where you guys at? Turn this. This part gets a little shallow. We're at 29 and a half.
Mo, we're not at the lake. We're on the Ohio River.
Yeah. Just back around that corner is actually Cincinnati. but it feels freaking beautiful out here.
Thanks, Mark. Supposed to
Way better. He knows how mad you are at him. I've filled him in a couple times.
Are we by Mills Creek?
No, not that I know of. I think just up the way is the little Miami, somewhere around here.
I guess if you're going to keep posting my link, Mark, I'll have to piece together some kind of video. I haven't done that in a little while.
Yeah. I've not seen Gee cry too many times, but that one night he forgot to post your link. They weren't sad tears, they were mad tears. And take my word for it, mad tears aren't good.
Where do we put in at?
Schmidt Boat Ramp. Yeah, there's a former Cincinnati Reds baseball player, I believe, that it's named after or owns it or something like that. But they got some ball fields down there and nice boat ramp.
Betty Jean Cross in chat.
Whoop, whoop, Betty Jean. Yeah, and I seen Roger and Janice are out fishing this morning. They was out early. Janice caught a few, she said. I heard words.
Jason asked if we fished a Licking River.
Whoa, drop the door.
They didn't want to see that at all.
I got shorts on underneath it. Trust me, these will be coming off along. Yes, I just said I was going to be taking my pants off before long. Really, I mean, other than from the bank, there's a park maybe a few miles up from the mouth of where it goes into the Ohio. And then down in Falmouth, I've fished it before. Back when I used to hang out with a couple other buddies, we weighted it, and we used to go down there and catch largemouth and smallmouth. We'd wade from there's like a little wall type of dam, and we'd get in just below it. We walked probably 2-3 miles down that river wading chest high bass fishing. That was pretty fun. So, back when I used to hang out with Nathan before he passed away.
We're just fun fishing, Betty.
Yeah, there was a tournament where one of the places where we normally go that I thought was yesterday, but it actually was this morning. But just fishing that 2-day tournament last weekend, kind of just wanted to fun fish today.
See you later, Dockery.
Oh,
Good luck.
Is he finally leaving?
Maybe we'll catch some fish
Yeah,
now.
we catch some fish now.
And Jim Catman Clark, I typed in chat earlier, hello to you, but now I've said it.
Jim Catman Clark needs the extra love, okay?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
You realize he is special.
Fin Seekers in the house.
What's going on, Finn? How's Florida? I keep thinking these are pleasure boaters, but so far, really, all we've seen is one fishing boat. I think one pleasure boater and a couple commercial looking pontoons. Back there, is that some kind of sign on the side of it? Oh, and that fire and rescue boat that was going upriver.
That was a pretty cool looking boot.
Yeah, it looked armored. It made a good captain.
ACC Gaming, hello.
What's up?
See you, VA Basser.
Nice. Nice job. Nice job. Yeah, this area, this is actually where I fished a tournament at a Smith boat ramp. Uh, can't remember exactly when. It's been a few months ago with my buddy Ed. And right back here is where we actually ended up stopping the video. And on up the way is where we started. There's a water treatment plant up here and stuff like that. So
Jason says we should go fish by the Big Mac Bridge.
now he's just making me hungry. Which one is that one?
The yellow one.
Oh, okay. That's where I told you about we might have started this morning. But I really like this stretch up here too.
Oh, Betty, doesn't Brandon do that by himself all day long? You could go out and fish.
What?
She said she can't go out today. She has to stay home because they're splitting firewood and getting the wood furnace prepped.
AKA Brandon's going to be out there with an axe and no shirt, and she's going to be like, "Hey." I do that, and he just closes her eyes. Put it back on. Put it back on.
Hey, if that's the way it was, I wouldn't be married to you.
No, you're stuck with me now. Right. I got my dad bod times 2 going on. All right, so we'll go straight ahead, and then we'll turn just past that.
Oh, Jim, you bringing us breakfast? Talking about biscuits and gravy and sausage and eggs and pancakes and hash browns. Sheesh. And they're all making fun of you for not knowing which one the Big Mac was.
So, FYI about me, when it comes to Ohio and Cincinnati, I really know nothing and don't really care to, other than Roger and Betty and a few people that I've met. I would have no reason to ever really go to Ohio unless I was passing through it.
I don't know how to say it. It's the one everybody has trouble with, but he's always in our feet.
Tirador or Cove. Hopefully I says that right.
Oh no, Calvin's in the house.
Calvin. I was wondering if that boy was still kicking. I thought maybe his pops went and whooped him so hard that he couldn't even sit down or let alone hold a fight. Took his electronics permanently for a while. See, this is what happens when you're so damn good looking. They really have to come right up on your leaderboards and what you're doing in fishing. Just FYI, when you wear fancy hats and looking good, that's just what they do. We got really shallow. 26. I need to reel up on this a little bit.
We're taking it to the
I'm not trying to.
Mm-hmm. Here, read Mo's life.
What's Mo saying? Okay, so whoa, whoa. They're starting to fish. I need to know. Mo, my question would be: are you going to be fishing more from the bank, or are you going to be fishing from bow, or you said you're going to target catfish?
It's after Labor Day. Go home. Put your boat away.
Ace, copy that. Yeah, I know. I still owe you a message, buddy. So, Mo, for me from the boat, I use, for the most part, 2 rigs. I use a Kentucky double rig, which is it's just a leader with a hook at 2 different levels with a sinker on the bottom. That's more for straight off the boat. You can cast it out and keep it tight. But the other is I use the Santee Cooper rig with a sinker slide above my leader. And here we go with the rocket. Sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second. So I use a Santee Cooper. I use a sinker slide above my leader, where I usually have a swivel of some sort. That way I can either use, like on these back here, I have drifting weights, but if I get to where I don't want to drift, or the currents just ends up being not what I want, so I have to anchor up or something like that, I can switch them out to like a coin sinker or something like that. But on my leader line, I usually have a peg float or like a demon type dragon. This is one my buddy made. They're a little bit smaller than the typical demon dragons. This is a chubby knocker that I just found, but relatively same size. But what that'll do is that'll lift your bait up off the bottom a little bit. If you're going to be anchor up fishing, the Carolina rig is a good one. Just using a flat no roll of some sort, something like that. But bait wise, mine is almost always some kind of cut bait, either gizzard shad, skipjack, bluegill, carp, white bass.
And welcome, first time viewer, JT's All Outdoors.
Welcome, JT. Thanks for coming in.
Honestly, Mo, that's not silly. A lot of people will have a notebook with different things that they've learned, different areas they fish, what works better and what doesn't.
Yeah, I had started like printing out from Navionics, like lake maps and different stuff like that to study. But never did get myself a binder that I could actually pull papers in and out with. But there's people that keep logs. Like today, if I was out here, it's the end of September. Put date. Water temp is 72.83 degrees right now, and they would jot down what time they're catching the fish, what depths they're catching fish. Obviously, we have depth finders on most of our boats, but marking it where you caught the fish, different stuff like that. Really? Fish jumping over there. Not the fish we wanted, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can, sunny. It's sunny as can be right now. There's no clouds in the sky.
You need some action. I'm getting cold. Got my jacket out.
That's great. But if it's overcast skies, if it was raining that day or whatever, there's people that really go into depth about that kind of stuff. Kind of keep records. But there's other things you can even think about, especially on a river. You can check, like where I'm at. I can't remember. It's probably 30, 40, 50 miles that way is Meldal Dam. And then you can also look up Markland Dam at the other end, which is, we're kind of at the midpoint for these two dams where it meets in Cincinnati. And you can look at the outflow that's coming out of Meldal, and also what is going on with Markland. You can look up, see that the river's either flat or maybe we've had rain up towards West Virginia and they're having to pump water out of Meldal, and it's causing this pool here to climb where it's, summer pool when it's dropping. There's different aspects to look at when you're fishing, what the water's doing.
How fast are we going?
We are going 0.5 at the moment.
And all them nasty little fat jokes are not funny, guys. You don't move very fast.
No. When I troll,
one, because you're old.
Hey, I will not disagree too much. I always tell everybody two things. One, I'm too fat and old to run away, so I'll probably shoot somebody. Number two, if you do see me running, you better run too, because there's probably a bear chasing me.
Betty, we are dragging 6 and suspending 3.
Yeah, so what I like to do, what I've learned to drag is keeping it that between 0.3 and sometimes, even 0.2, but 0.3 to 0.5 is mainly where I try to keep it. And I play around with it. Like, since we've been sitting here, I've sped it up. I've dropped it down a little bit just to see, depending on what's going on down there, they may be chasing more, and a faster speed is fine. You can go faster and catch fish, no doubt. But I like to keep it that slow presentation. It keeps the lines tight and not lifting off if there is more current than I really think there is. I might think that there's literally no current, but on the underwater part, there might be more flowing through. So, if you don't have the proper weight down there, if you have, say, an ounce of weight and it's light, so some of them have that flotation at the top of them, and there is heavier current, that's going to lift your bait up off the ground even more. But I do like to have my bait off the ground a foot or two, maybe 3 at the most.
Welcome, Cat Snatch.
Cat Snatch fever.
And Betty, we caught 2 before we went live, a little flathead and a little blue.
You're just saying they were little because I caught them.
That's right.
If she would have caught them, they were the biggest fish I've ever seen.
I know how those fishing stories go. My fish are big, yours are small.
See what I'm dealing with? I'm going to keep us going here. We're at 26 now, so see how angle here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, we haven't had a bite in a few minutes, or quite a few. I am going to check baits on some of these long rods. We'll stand you up a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's check this first.
See you later, Betty. Have fun watching Brandon.
So we had a little something nibbling on it back here, following it, but nothing really ever took it. Okay, let's check the juices. We got juices, we got a little blood. Bye, Betty. Bye, Brandon. Another thing, when you're dragging baits, these two center rods, you'll see I just threw that back out there. I'm just going to let that one keep on letting some line out for a while. Yeah.
Well, Jason, when you start your show, you just let us know. We'll be there to help support you.
Heck yeah.
He's going to call it Fishing with the J-Dog.
Fishing with the J. That's another thing I'll say. When you are dragging baits, do not assume that you have bait. You may never see one thing, hit the rod or the planer board, reel it in, and you have either a bait that's destroyed or no bait at all. Happens all the time. And when you do reel them in, give them a squeeze, get them juices. Then you might have. But Mo, I don't know if you're still here, but this is what I was saying about that sinker slide above where my swivel is. And then I run a 2 to 3 foot leader, depending on where you put the peg float or demon dragon. This will help keep this up. So if I wanted it where the bait really kind of hung down some more, I would move it up towards the leader. But I like it to be up a little bit, just because that catfish might come up and eat, but not, just live on the bottom. Catfish will go up into bait schools and eat versus just laying there all night or all day trying to catch a fish that's just on the bottom.
See you later, K&B.
Bye, buddy.
Hey, not a clue. How you doing?
What's up, Not? Not a clue. You're from Ohio too, aren't you? You one of them Ohio Buckeye guys? I won't hold it against you, I promise. You give me that skip check back. Yep. They're not liking this, so. Hey, lost my drawers again. I brought out the shad killer that Matthew Baker made them for me, and I got the other day.
Baker, the knife maker.
Matthew Baker, the little knife maker. See if I can get this on here and hit this boat. When you hook your bait, make sure you get these scales off of the hook. That will also make you lose a fish. Rock-a-bye, baby, because they're still pleasure boaters. I'm gonna fall. Woo-hoo! Yeehaw! Got excited there. Sorry, folks. Not really. So once I let that bait hit the bottom, I'm giving a couple pulls there. That way I know it's pulling back before I put my planer board on. Then I'll drop it. Call me Fumbleina.
Mo said that's pencil weight, right?
Pencil weights. Whoa, pencil weight is a little bit. Typically, they're solid lead. They're probably anywhere between an ounce. You can buy a little bit longer ones. They do work, but I prefer the ones that I have they're called drifting sticks, and then I have some that I got from Junior Proctor Bulldog Fishing, which I really like better so far. I'm going to try to get some more of them. They're a little bit more of a kind of like a paracord, but they don't have the what I was worried about when I first saw them before I actually felt them was that they would be, I guess you could call it catchy, where that paracord has that fiber texture. I'm kind of worried about that, but they do not have that. They're very slick. So I actually really, really like them. I need to get some more.
That's pretty bad. Half Crazy told you to calm down.
What? That is bad.
Did you already pull in all the planer boards?
Not the one on this side.
Oh, wait a minute. You're getting ready to hook one, right?
Yeah.
Not a clue? Are you talking about that?
What, planer boards?
Yeah, those are the planer boards.
Yeah. So this here, I've got two different kinds. This is a Captain Max planer board. They're not too bad. The other ones I got are ones that Junior Proctor are making. And for those of you who don't know what they are, literally, with this one here has like a little curly tail. You just hook the line. If I can do it. It hooks through like that. And there's one for each side of the boat. And you just put the line in here and you let it go into the water. So what I do is this one here, I just put out, I put it a little bit further. So it pulls my line further out that way. So the more line I let out, and I'm going upstream, the pull from the boat and the current going the opposite way will pull the line out. So let me see if I can. Can't tell if it see it or not, but so it allows me to get different widths outside of the boat.
You can almost see them in the picture.
Almost see them in the picture. Can't let this one go out too much further because I don't have, this is a 6500. I don't have much line, but yeah, it allows me to do two out the back, and then I've got, so they're probably only a few feet behind each other, and then these two rods here are my furthest out, and then the two outside rods are my inward. So I literally am probably covering about 40 to 50 yard width on my boat. That's not including, I've also got these three suspended off the side. So every 5 to 10 feet, I have a hook across that, 50 foot spread, 60 foot, whatever it might be. Check those.
Welcome, PGH bottom feeders.
PGH. Before I check these other two, I'll take these sweatpants off.
And hunting and stuff with JJ's in the house.
JJ, nice to see you in here. All right. I'm going to check these other two real quick, and then I need to turn boat a little. About 27 feet now. Going straight right there for that pack. I'm going to mow, and I'll show you these other ones that I was talking about that I got from Junior Proctor. I really like. This is another one that's a little bit different than the drifting sticks. The drifting sticks is solid rubber, and they do not have flex. These have a lot of flex. They have this is just drags across the bottom, and then they have this where they did like a heat shrink on it, where there's a connector underneath there where that connector won't get hung up when it drags across things. You see, and instead of the actual Demon Dragon, I just have a peg float reverse rattle. My shad head ain't doing nothing. Switch that out. Where's Nutty? Good. That's not a fish. I have a pin warfare that the bait clicker, for some reason, stays engaged 90% of the time. So it's one of my suspended rigs now. Let's check. I don't know what my bait. If that was just the guts. Yep, it was just the guts. Whew, made me nervous. Try again. All right. Oh, you can do
Mo's asking what was that called?
what? She's making fun of my cat? I'm not sure.
Not a clue. We're using skipjack for bait today. Cut. Lyle wants you to take a bite of the bait and see if it's still fresh.
Ha! Joke's on you, love.
I haven't seen anything about catfish conference being canceled yet, right?
I have
Yeah.
not.
Hopefully it's still on.
The only update that I had seen so far is that they were going to do it in a different wing this year than they did last year. I believe last year they were saying that they were going to double the size of, or maybe even more of it. So that's, I'm sure that'll be up in the air until probably around the first of the year. See what's going on with everything.
Not a clue is not in Ohio. He's in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking he was in Ohio.
And Jason wants to know what's your favorite method to freeze your bait.
My favorite method to freeze my bait is to make a salt brine while I'm out catching it. Take it home, and I have a vacuum sealer that I attempt to use. Cannot say that the last time worked out too well. Apparently, too much moisture. But yeah, that'd be my best favorite.
Not a clue says He puts his in the freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, once I get it home and vacuum sealed in the freezer, definitely as quickly as possible is always the best. All right. So, Mo, this is that Kentucky double rig. I got a 10-ounce sinker on the bottom. These dropper loops that I do, kind of twisting on each other. In theory, when you have them drop down, these dropper loops, the bait's going to kind of go with the current behind it, but the weight's going to kind of keep it straight down. And you can kind of tell when they're hitting a little bit of what they're doing, because if they're being lazy and just only hitting your bottom, for the most part, just laying down there. But if they're actually coming up, like this one here's not a big difference, but sometimes I'll run another one, the second one, a foot or two above it, versus just the 6 inches or 8 inches. Go big or go home.
Mo said that's what her friend was using. She understands now. And Not a Clue said, so basically it looks like a double hook drop shot.
Pretty much. Yeah, you can use this. I like for when you're. Sometimes I'm trying to think. Like if I'm fishing for bluegill or something like that, I might go to a double hook rig. Yeah, drop shot. But literally, the only thing you do with it, and it's way easier with the bait caster because you'll feel the thump. Just let it go all the way to the bottom. Just thumped. Close the bail. I'm gonna give it. Since I'm up a little bit, I'm gonna go up just a little bit more. I'm gonna let it almost. It's almost a vertical or a horizontal with the water. So. All right, we got fresh baits on. Let's see if that helps.
PGH, I have never caught a flathead. You'd like to know your PB.
My PB flathead is like 25 pounds, 24 and some change, but it was almost 25. I am by far not a flathead master. I have caught several. But most of the time I catch flathead, I'm either.
Really, Jack Waggy? Come on.
Earthquake! Earthquake! Anyway, I'm either fishing for blues or fishing for whatever bites. You know, every great once in a while we'll throw out some live baits or something like that, but most of the time I've caught the one earlier today just dragging, or if I anchor up on barges in the summertime, just or even the winter, when it can start, not wintertime, but when it starts getting real cool, occasionally you'll get them underneath those barges. But oh, you make me want to speak on it. Yeah, get that scent out there. That's what this is doing. All right. But yeah, for me, it's typically most of the time just because they hit my cut bait. Now, I got a buddy that absolutely every time he goes out, he'll throw the cut bait, but he'll make sure he throws some kind of live on a bobber or even live just right off the bottom. Or even suspended, he'll throw a live one on.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been waiting for.
What? Fish?
No, not a fish.
Oh.
Okay. So now that, let's see, what all is he called? Palmetto, Palomino, and all those other incorrect sayings of palmetto cats. He's hit his 1,000 subs. Way to go.
Congrats, buddy. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Sorry, I got y'all excited. I've just been waiting for
what I've been waiting for. I'm like, what rod is it? What rod? All right, so we're just about around this corner, and I'm going to straighten this out. We'll go just to the left of that plant up there, those pillars.
Yep.
And hook on the inside of that Kentucky side. Okay. That's hey, all of a sudden now I have a chat. I just realized that. What'd you do?
I don't know. That's 1,000 people going to learn a lot of stuff about Sancy Cooper.
Yeah, actually, tonight I will be on Palmetto Cats. I think it's tonight. Is it tonight? I will see you later.
Tell Anna we said hi too.
No problems, DMV. Yep, we have to adult, brother. It's all good. All good. I need 1,000 subs too, Ace.
If I get 1,000 before you, I guess we'll just have to use my channel.
Yeah, we'll rename your channel. D Whip Fishing caught 1,000 subs. What?
Kevin said, "Is that tonight?"
I think it is. I have trouble keeping up with days lately. Oh wow! Here it comes. Some waves. Holy. Ooh.
It's cool, Mark.
Whoa!
We'll see you later.
Whoa. Mark heading out too.
Yep.
All right, buddy. I'll see you.
Kevin says he guesses he should start preparing. Whatever. I'm sure you're already prepared. You always seem ahead of the game.
Uh-huh. Dirty fish. Morning started out so promising.
Tiger Muskie's in the house.
Tiger Muskie. See you later, Palmetto. Have fun, bub.
Yep. Have a good service. See you later. Zeke the Greek is in the house.
Who?
Zeke?
Zeke the Greek. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I really do love this setup.
I would love it more if we would get some fishies.
Well, that's why they call it fishing, not catching. Sometimes catching, most times you just fishing for them.
To move later, pimento. Tomato. Later, Tom.
Dang, Ace. Dang. They don't like to get caught live, apparently.
As you say, it's butch time.
Hey, Catfish Weekly, well, don't condone his behavior.
Can you hand me a minute? Thank you.
I can't. Nice big ball or something down there. Oh, lordy, lordy. World War II playing on something. I don't know. That's weird. Lyle, you probably remember. Is that for World War II flying in the background here? See it? Can't see if it's in there or not.
You would be correct, Lyle. That's what that sound was.
What?
The sound of someone beating the crap out of Smokes.
Yeah, we tried to be good kids as long as we could.
Didn't want to smoke more when there's no fish.
Yes. I'm still very surprised I didn't hit the home one yet. And actually, I think the snag that started it, we had a small taps on it, just like the other flathead that I caught right before it. And I'm wondering if it didn't pull it down underneath something. Running through some bait right now. Just so you guys know, it's
It says, just so you guys know, it's me. Mode's alter ego will pop in. That's my phone when I get in the car.
all good, Mo. I appreciate anybody that came in and out or stayed, said hi. All greatly appreciated.
Jason, we're glad you're still here. Could you send some fish our way?
You probably got them all up there by Meldal. I know there was some nice ones pulled and put into the Cincinnati pool last weekend. I know that 52 pounder, that one big fish last week, was was from a low markland, so they took that out of that pool and put it up here. The problem is if the commercial guys came through and put their hoop nets and everything else through that area right after the tournament last week. There's a little side wind now too, so it's pushing the back end of the boat. But man, what a beautiful day.
Yeah, Lyle, that's the biggest thing. You just have to be ready. If you're not ready, quitting's almost impossible. Unfortunately for me, every time I've quit is because I was pregnant, and that ain't happening again. So I'm gonna have to want to this time. Thanks, Ace.
Yeah, I want to all the time. Normally by about Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm ready to quit. And then on Thursday, I have a show with James Dockery. And it takes me 4 or 5 more days to try to want to again. The pleasure boaters figured out it's still somewhat warm outside. Here they come. They're coming from every direction. Sorry, folks. Gonna get rocking.
Look at all them people that just left chat because you're starting to sing.
Oh, yeah, the sugar drop. Yeah, I've heard some things about the enchantments.
That's like I've had friends that will quit smoking cigarettes and go to vaping. You know, for the longest time when vapes were out, they didn't even have FDA regulations for them. You don't know what people are putting in those. At least with cigarettes, you know, there's all kinds of nasty stuff in it. I don't understand quitting smoking and going to vaping. But to each their own.
Yep. More set of waves. More set of waves.
LG, I'm addicted to carbs too.
Yes. I love the carbs, but they do not love me back.
Thanks for sharing it, Ace.
Yes, thank you. Don't worry. All right, this is that set of waves I was talking about. That literally has my freaking boat or my trolling motor at a 10 trying to keep up because it's pushing, all these waves were pushing us backwards. That's okay though. Come on, fish, where you at? I know you're around here somewhere. Oh, we got 11:30.
Thank you, Lyle. Bring in some of them Catfish Weekly people, hopefully.
Yeah, Lyle can be a pretty sweet guy every once in a while.
Now, see, I think Lyle's sweet all the time.
Yeah.
But that's probably why I get presents from Santa Claus and you don't.
I know he's setting us up for something. Setting me up for something. He's being sweet.
That's really good, Jason. Never drank, smoked, or done drugs.
It is good. I used to drink quite a bit back in the day, but I gave that up a long time ago. Smoking and carbs have been my two vices that's been difficult.
See you later, Tim Molina. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, Tim.
Us too, Lyle. Love to eat.
Oh yeah.
Love to catch fish too, but come on.
Right now, I feel like I'm getting punked.
And this is where you said you wanted to come for the showdown? See, I told you we needed to try that out. I mean, even Dockery will beat us if we fish here.
Oh Lord have mercy! Yeah, that's not good. I can't have that. Yeah, maybe we'll have to go down to the spot. So we have to get up that much quicker. Right now, we're not getting there very quick. As quick as I thought we would.
Oh, so you're going to have to find a new partner. You'll have to bring Alyssa or get a blow up dog because I'm going down with Lyle and Cindy and fishing.
What?
Jason, message Chad. He'll help you out setting up YouTube, and you just need StreamYard to be able to go live.
Get my number from Norm. He never uses it, but he has it. Snagged. Or I don't know if you have Facebook or have me on Facebook. Just Chadwick Fields. I'm friends with Norman. I think it got one more spot for the 3rd, and one more spot for the 10th. Love to have somebody.
He said Norm loves you.
Norm hates me. I don't know what he's been telling everybody, but man, he's so mean to me all the time. Norm's awesome. But yeah, Norm has my number. He always just messages me on Facebook though.
He's never been on Facebook. It's probably good. There's just a lot of negativity. I stick to, I post a few things and I look through my fishing group chats.
Keep on scrolling past, because if I don't, a lot of negativity just puts me in a bad mood.
Facebook. Yeah, that's true. LG says maybe it's time to break out the strawberry Kool-Aid and chicken.
Did not bring any. Way it goes, I guess.
At least it's a beautiful day out.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous out.
He said maybe that's why Norm doesn't like you. What?
Well, all I gotta say is, I've invited Norm I don't know how many times on my boat, and he stood me up. He let me wait at the boat ramp by myself. You asked him one time, and he was there before you. Yeah, I ain't getting like a complex about it or nothing, but
Yeah, Lyle, I do that too, but it's kind of hard sometimes when they're family.
what?
Blocking them.
You can unfollow.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, Jason, he told me I was invited that day.
Lyle, that could be it. I've never met Norm, but I hear he's a pretty tall guy, and our little boat might scare him. Or the driver of it.
He said I blocked my family.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Fishy don't like us. Oh, now they're cheating. They must still have the motor on. They ain't bicycling.
I don't know. What exercise is that? I'll fire the motor up, head up that way a little bit. What do you think?
Anything to give us a little change might help.
Let's do that. Let's reel these up. We're gonna move about a couple hundred yards up. Drop them back down. More than welcome to come along for the ride, folks. Anyone needs you to keep an eye on the one rod just because I don't want to pull them up. I'm not going to go real fast, but making our way down the river. It's not getting fish. I will get out here more. Oh yeah, they're getting crazy. I'm wild and crazy out there. The two inside will probably end up breaking off that cliff.
Yeah.
Even though we're not going super fast, but them junior boards, I know won't, unless they actually get snagged on something. So far, so good. Hey, there's Mo's alter ego. Nothing, Mo. We're moving up a little bit, trying to get a little bit better, hopefully a little bit better spot. Changing depths a little bit. Let's start out right here for now. Get this. I just see. Whoa! We went from 0 pleasure boaters to about 30 already now. Navigate on. All right. So I just took us about 5 foot deeper as well. So we'll see what happens. It's a freaking mega yacht. You can't see that. Try to see the rods a little bit better. Smart. Both hands on the wheel. Wow. Sometimes I'm lucky if I even have my hands on the wheel when I'm fishing. I want to drive the boat.
And he never has both hands on the wheel when he's driving the truck.
Oh, God.
Got his phone in one, playing a game or chatting. And yeah, he's one of them people. Everybody give him grief.
You think it's going to change?
No, because I'm pretty sure if me giving you grief doesn't work.
I think we both know how telling me what to do works. Come on. We're in the straightaway now. Come on. Lyle, how did the birthday go yesterday?
Dream bite, come on.
We have an issue. The, it's just all it's doing is turning in circles. I can't do nothing about it. There it goes. I don't know what the heck that was about. We have a minor malfunction here going on. I got it. I figured I don't know what I just did to make it work, but I got it. Have not seen that happen before.
2, that's such a great age.
Here we go. I think I'm getting somewhere. My trolling motor just literally got confused. It started going around in circles like 3 times. It's very interesting.
Jason, you sound about like us. Ours are 30, 25, and 11.
This guy's got you.
And a lot of space wasted.
Yeah. How in the world are you going to drag baits with that thing? Come on.
So, Lyle, is it true that grandkids are better than kids? Jason wants to know how fast is your boat?
Depends on the day. I have days where I can't get it above 7 to 10 miles an hour, and days where it'll top out at 32 miles an hour. Depends on how many cupcakes I eat that week. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I always heard was the best thing about having grandkids, Lyle. That and you can spoil them and fill them full of sugar and then leave them with their parents. Pay back for when they were kids.
Weird. Don't know what's going on with these fish. Nice, Rex. I just want bigger, more room to walk around, and something I can put a 24 or 36 volt trolling motor on. And because I love the power drive that I got, but when it's a lot of current or these waves from all these pleasure boaters, when it's too bad, I, they just knock me so off course that it ain't funny. Okay. And then just the thrust power on this one's not all that great. Oh, man, hey, there's a blimp.
Get your selfie stick on.
There it goes again. I don't know. I might have to end this and see what's going on with the trolling motor, because it's apparently having some issues at the moment. And I don't know why. Right now we are floating backwards.
Big Nasty's in the house.
Big Nasty. What is going on, buddy?
Oh, you got it undone?
Yeah, I literally I have to turn the navigate off. I have to turn the prop off and then let it go. Turn it back on. I don't know if something's not reading right or something. Woo, take it off, baby. Starting to get warm now.
Yeah.
Jason, I have to go back because I can't do it while I'm on StreamYard and add the wrench, and I have not done that. I still need to go back and add James Dockery's wrench back to him too.
Why?
Just so I can take it away again. Just Max, it has been quiet. I had what in the heck is going on? Look at it, it's doing it again. We caught before we went live, we had I don't know, let me turn all this. We had something wrong with the controller. We had gotten snagged and reeled in and caught a flathead. Unless it's just draining the battery. But we caught a flathead, and then we caught a blue cat, and then decided to go live. And as soon as we went live, everything stopped biting.
And just Max joined us?
That's what I was talking to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is cool. Trying to see if I can figure out what's going on with my trolling motor. I'm going to venture to say we have somehow ran out of battery, which is very confusing. Yeah. All right. Apparently, we are going to have to reel these in before I start getting all tangled and everything else, which is already happening. So let's make this quick. We are going to have a bit. Right now, going backwards on the river. That one. And we'll have 200 boats come by. Oh, shook up. That'll give Lyle a little laugh if I fall in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this will give me an excuse to go down where I want to go. But we'll switch that head out too. Did one on it. Took a chunk out of it. Okay. Do. Yep. Fishing with fishing with Big Nasty. That is a ladder rack, yes, sir. A buddy of mine that I played football with in high school um, gave that to me. And well, my boat's kind of narrow, so I cut the two top pieces in whatever.
Yeah.
Cut it and I bolted it together, and then I took some angled steel and made some braces underneath it, so it would go into my VersaTrack. Oh, it worked freaking awesome.
Want to turn it off?
My remote's off. Does that count? There it goes. Just Max, I am in Kentucky, where we're from, but I'm fishing the Ohio River. So we're going to move down further than we were here. Not sure what was going on there with the old trolling motor, but it was acting kind of silly. So just about, probably about not even a mile up here is a pretty good fishing hole most of the time. Right where a bridge starts, right below it. We were fishing here probably around 30 to 35 feet, but up here it goes between 30 and 40, and there's like a 50 or 60 foot too. But I would really like that 30 foot range. Normally my bread and butter, but depends on where you're at, I guess. Oh, the pontoon one's great. What? They'll win because this boat ain't that fast. What's up, Peppo Ed? Wow, wow. Look at that. He wants to run today. Look at that. All right, Mo. Have a good one. Jason, I really don't have room for any batteries on this freaking boat. That's the other problem. Okay. Watch that pole right there. It's bouncing everywhere. The boat's actually looking to show off today. I'll hold this down here. Sorry. Right up here, we got pumping station for the water plant that we're passing here. Here on up, I've got quite a few fish up through here when I fish it. There's more up here towards the actual bridge. show this around. It's a pretty cool looking place. We're going to pull right up here in front of it, and that's where we are going to start our next adventure. Or right alongside of it, anyway. Right on that fish's head that I just saw. Good.
Oh,
Careful.
that's not good.
Oh, that's not good at all. It's not in.
Oh. Good now?
I think so. Yep, we're moving. Here, I want you to go straight. Trying to make sure we're going to move before I do the back. The side ones are okay. Before we do the back one, I want to make sure. Jokes. Out. Jeez Louise. Right now, looks like we're moving backwards. And it's doing the same thing over here. Yeah, you're feeling holes. So we don't have any power to our trolling motor anymore. Is the problem. So all right, this is what we're going to do. I think we're going to go to the bridge and we're going to let the current pull us down this way.
Okay.
I'll give you about 400 cranes. Jason, I hope so, brother. Some nice fish caught down through this way right here. Just past the bridge is where me and my buddy was fishing that tournament, and I had one bust my line, my leader line. You don't have a yeah, fully charged. There was two nice little fish. Look, looks like an underground boat or something right there. Well, if nothing else, we got the top water base going right now. Huh? Yeah, I don't want to go too much pressure because of the trolling there. Now, how deep have you been fishing lately going into the fall? I've been having, so where I fish at, most of our river is, um, max is around 50 feet. We do have some 60-foot holes, but I like to fish around the 30 mark, the 35. And then where I drag the baits the way I do, it puts me in that 20 to 25 foot range, and then a little bit deeper on the inside, or the deeper part of the channel. So, been having most of the catch that I've been having has been around at 30 to 35 feet in this river. Push the battery meter and see how many batteries left. The battery test. See how many of the 4 is left. If you're turning away from me, I can't hear you. When you push the button, how many's left?
I can't see.
Oh. You would be able to see it if there was any battery. You would be able to see it if there was any battery left. Oh, well, we'll just do a little vertical drift.
on the connector. Got the
All right, I'd go play with it. Not too much further.
Okay.
A little bit further.
Is that the 275 bridge?
Yep. See, just right now where we're at 45 feet. This part in this little stretch underneath it, right before the bridge. We're at 73 right now. When we first started, it was like about 72. The river. See, now it came back up to 41. So when we get back through here, it goes. Got some waves in it. We got a freaking like yacht behind us here coming at us. I don't know where they're going. Right where I would be. I want to get up here by the buoy. All right. All right. We can check this real quick. Let's see if we can do anything with it. Just kidding. Come on.
You see what I was saying? Wow, I should have really just turned the camera around right now.
The phone broke off. That's what's wrong with it. Oh, there's a load of phone. The thing you got to do sometimes is to start fishing again. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is hit the wrong button. Yeah, I had to cut the wires, tie them to that other battery. So we're going to do it not exactly what I was wanting, but we're going to go the other way. We might be all right. Sorry about that. Let's see. Is there thermoclines in the river or no because of the current? This year, have not seen any thermocline. Last year there was. Last year was very dry, and yeah, we definitely had thermocline last year. All right, so let's got this daggone thing turned here. We have one more skip jack left in here, right? Oh, yeah. I was excited. Put this. I'm going to use this one. This will be our last hurrah for the day.
I'm gonna quit being so nice and letting you fish early or reel in early fish. Because I ain't get one to.
Smell street. We'll give this a try. I don't know if this is really gonna work too well. You just don't know until you try. Especially since the wind's blowing us the wrong way. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. You know what I got to say about this wind? Look at that. Yeah, we're starting to get quite a bit of wind. It's picking up pretty good. Oh well. What are you gonna do? All you can do is try. There we go. We're gonna try to go up this way, I guess. See what happens. Yeah. Whoa. Sometimes you just start having so much fun. Everything.
Paris is in chat.
Where?
Nice, Paris. Where'd you get your new fish finders? It's funny you asked that, Jason. The only thing I can think of is I must be a saint. What? Putting up with you. What? You're right, Rex. He's pretty good. I just don't let him hear that very often, or it goes to his head.
Yeah, last time she did it, my head blew up like one of them Beetlejuice. What?
Somebody said looks like he goes to his ass too.
I ain't got no.
It's funny you say that, Lyle, because he was had a pair of jogging pants on this morning, and it's a pair that the elastic is pretty much non-existent in, and his butt isn't big enough to even hold those things up.
Hey, getting,
Hey, why are you getting me snagged?
you're welcome for just talking shit about me. Well, you know, it is what it is.
Hey, I said you were a good guy.
I think you meant Lyle. Cracks me up, Chad. I laugh at him too.
just bring us to another area to get my blind snack? Huh? Well, there's good news and there's bad news, Chad. Rex has you and Dr. and Lyle all rated for arguing. You're not last, but you're not first. What? But you're still beating doctors.
You don't watch bowling before it breaks.
You ate on my bait.
Does this thing have bait on it when you put it in?
Yeah. I even put it on there.
Yeah.
Mark's back. Well, Mark, I'd like to say that we caught a bunch of fish while you were gone, but
You can say that.
that's true. But I'm pretty sure the other people that have been in the street would tell him that you're telling his stories.
All right. Is that wind too much, guys?
Well, they must love us. No fish. 3 hours.
Huh? I don't know what's all you can do is try, you know? Oh, I don't know. How are you doing? Oh, finally the wind stopped. So
Yeah, Mark, that's kind of another reason we went with the Jeep. We're going to get a hitch and we're going to get a camper because I do not like tent camping. And Chad says that going to the motel is not camping. So, funny you say that, K&B. Actually, the only fish that were caught today were both by Chad. That was before we went live.
that was the whole reason we actually decided to go ahead and go live. We caught flathead and blue within the first 30 minutes. We had lines in the water. Since then, we have had absolutely nothing.
The hard times.
We had a bit more. Just had to cut my trolling motor wires and redo some rednecking on them. Apparently, one of the prongs on the connector broke off inside the other, so it wasn't connecting. So that's what happened back there. Always fun time. You never know what's going to happen on the boat.
Hey, okay, bridge bite. Something. Come on.
Yeah. Interstate bite. Yeah, it's not really good. Something just came up. Look at our bait this year. See the more from it.
It just looks. Actually, he's starting to think the cameras are like bananas on a boat.
I kind of agree with you. I don't know what you got to do to get a fish on camera. Oh, squirrels in here? Hey, squirrel. Can you believe it?
school? Anyway, anyway,
We've got a little port. Where a lot of guys will come here and these tournaments out of program. They'll set up like right above this, right over there by the pylons. They drag down and they come all the way back up, drag it back down again.
must be the early morning biting fish.
We're getting about that time where I do not like to be fishing, so we won't be fishing this morning. Plus, it's getting harder and harder to keep this boat stream. Swim. This shovel camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally we go a couple times a year. Last weekend was probably I think the first time I camped all year.
Well, the last time I went camping, we got chiggers. And I freaking never want to go again if that's a remote possibility.
Yeah, we went to Laurel Lake last year for the weekend, and we took a hike through the woods, and
No, I think it was when we went to that little pond.
it could have been, but they had a little pond, and then when we did go through a little hike, they had like a little waterfall down in the woods. Courtney, from her ankles to her mid thigh, was just nothing but ate up chairs. She itched for weeks and weeks. Get one more fish.
Really, at least have one fishing video, right?
Not even a fishing video, just a damn boat. lure them down there and show you how to catch fish. Apparently, Jason, I normally do all right. I don't know what's going on today. I have days where it's like this, we'll catch one or two, or days where I catch 10, 15 of them. I got really excited this morning. We got those first two like so fast, and then the rest of the day turned to me. I don't think it helped that the pleasure boaters decided not to put the daggone boats up. Squirrel, I have yet to see Asian carp actually jumping. I mean, I've seen carp jumping, but I couldn't tell if they were actually Asian carp, at least in the Ohio. I know they're here. What Jason was talking about earlier today, the Licking River, I had a buddy of mine send me a picture of one that a guy caught out of there. It was like 79 pounds. So I know they're here, but they just don't jump like you see them jumping out of the river in other places. Just trust me, with my luck, if they get thick up here, I'll be one of the first ones to get knocked in the head by one.
It's the 275 bridge, Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, straight ahead where the boat pointing is Riverbend Music Center.
Robert Jensen. Best way to turn off the hot light is to turn on the video camera.
Absolutely. Uh, you know, all you can do is get out here and try. Be sitting on the couch. Maybe we should have went to our big boat. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I'm actually at 5% now, or 6%. So I am going to have to turn this off because I'm going to get shut down anyway. So probably going to drag for maybe another 20 minutes or so and see what happens. And probably call it a day, get home to the kid. Way my mama can get to church this evening. I do appreciate y'all coming on in and hanging out with us for a few hours. So I will see you tonight. I will be on Palmetto Cat Show tonight. So, yeah, Jason, I was trying, but these freaking waves kept pushing me over. And where I originally was trying to start with some pillars over there. So, but we're gonna, like I said, hop off here and give it a few more minutes, and then we're gonna see what happens. And I just got shut down. Show's over, folks. I guess it ended. Did it end? Oh no, it's just so dim I can't see it. All right, bye guys.